Hey everybody, welcome back. Texas Platoon fam here. Sitting out here in the shed, fixing to cut the hook off of this slab right here, and then restring Mama's fishing pole and Bub's fishing pole. They kept, a couple weeks ago when we went sand bass fishing and catching those stripers, they ended up hooking some big ones. As soon as they'd hit the lure, it snapped. All it has on it 6-pound test. I didn't really plan on getting into stripers. I figured we'd get into sand bass, so that's why I left 6-pound test on it, because that'll work fine with sand bass. So I got a new string on all that. Got some 17-pound test right there. Didn't want too bigger string on it. And we've been cleaning out our little shed, and I got this Dylan Maflachi right here I'm fixed to take apart. We don't use no more. It's always been a conversational piece. I'll show it to you in just a second. We were actually headed over to what lake was that? Navarro Mills last year, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles of us. We were in front in our little Equinox, and then my brother-in-law was pulling, or no, my sister was pulling their boat behind us, and then we had my brother-in-law with his camper, and then my in-laws with their camper behind them, and we had to merge together into one lane. And there was a car behind me that wouldn't let them over, because they were trying to take a picture of this. And anytime we go into campgrounds, at the gas station, anywhere we go when we're using it, people's always, hey, how'd you do that? And that's neat. And so I figured before we take it apart, we'll explain a little bit about it.
The Texas Platoon fam.
It's our fishing pole rack right here. Anybody that's watched very many of our videos, y'all have probably seen it before when we were putting it on the vehicle. It holds 12 fishing poles. It slides in the receiver hitch. Got the adapter to fit the 2-inch receiver. It actually fits, what is that, 1 7/8 maybe? I don't remember. Don't get me to the line. So it'll fit in the smaller ones that comes on cars, little SUVs. Here's a picture of it. I'll throw up right here of what it looked like before we took a few parts off of it. It has lights on it. Back to this view, there's one of the lights still on it right there. We done robbed that one off of it. It had a license plate bracket with the light on it. Had all the lights working on it. All I done was, this is a bicycle rack. It's a V-shaped here, right there. I didn't put the bicycle adapters on there. I found it on sale one day at Walmart for like 35 bucks. I grabbed it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I figured that cheap, I'd figure out something, and this is what it ended up turning into. I just took 2x4s and bolted to the arms. If anybody ever done something like this, I only use 2x4s because I had them. I was trying to do it real quick, but I'd rather use like tubing like this, but get like 1 inch by 2 inch tubing, so that you'd have enough room to bolt these on. If you done just 1 inch by 1 inch square, you wouldn't have enough room. Run it crossways, but you wouldn't have enough room to put 2 bolts in it. But it's always been a conversation piece, and it always worked good for us, really good. Only thing different, other than using square tubing that I do, is leave these more rounded and just cut a slot out. I wouldn't have them long like that up here. I'd just have them short like this, but I'd just cut out a little notch just big enough to slip the fishing pole into. With it sitting on the back of the vehicle, it's straight up and down vertical, and when you set fishing poles in there, you got to hold them in there while you get the bungee cord and go over it. I'd just have eye hooks that I'd hook bungee cords into just to hold the fishing poles back into that. I'm actually going to take these and mount them just like they are on the boat somewhere for fishing rod holders. I mean, we're going to paint them and make it look good. Probably make a little rack that I can make in here and then take out there and put on the boat and bolt it on. But when I do, I think I'm going to bring the bottom out a little bit, so when you stand the fishing pole up, it's slanted. Maybe not slanted that much, but where I ain't got to bungee cord them. There it is. Figured I'd just throw a quick video here together to show a redneck masterpiece before it gets disassembled. We're just trying to make some space, and that's one thing we ain't using no more. Other than that and fixing up the fishing poles, that's all we got going for today. I ain't got nowhere else on the boat in a while. Got the plywood steel right back there that we're gonna make the console out of. Hopefully we can get that cut up in the next day or so. Cooler temperatures coming. Get some more work done on the boat. I'm ready. There's just so much stuff going on right now between school and sports. There's just ain't much time to do much of anything on the boat. But we'll get there. It's coming along slowly. Well, deuces. Take it easy. Until the next one.